Hello, I'm Jake, aka HamStuff, and it's quiet for the moment, but if you hear banging about, it's because we've got a new conservatory. And if I sound different, it's because I've been fiendishly unwell for the last 3 days. Possibly 4. Nevertheless, welcome to Extreme Off-Road Racing, a game I bought in the PlayStation Store for about £8. Pretty much what it says on the tin, quite honestly. It's off-road racing, but extreme. I won't say it's the most beautiful game in the world, but there are some quite nice landscapes. And if the sound of the engine gets tiring, be thankful you can't hear the music. Because my word, the background music is as annoying as it is copyrighted. If not even more annoying. But this particular car is called Off-Road Vehicle. They're all called Off-Road Vehicle. This track, I believe, is called Snow. Try to guess why. But there are better put together racing games. But again, it costs £8. The physics are a bit dodgy, but it's no worse than Road Trip Adventure on the PlayStation 2, and I absolutely love that. It does look a little bit dull, which is why I increased the saturation, the brightness and the contrast on half of the clip, and I put a gradient transition in, so I overtake one of my rivals. So it looks better over time, and it looks better in the video than it actually does in real life. But you know what, I'm not going to go into too much detail, because my voice does not sound great. And I don't particularly enjoy using my voice at the moment. And you know, it's not a review, I just wanted to show off a bunch of content in video games before I get back into Nomadcraft, which I plan to start filming by the end of the week. I've got a lovely cup of tea, but my goodness, a couple of spots in my throat are incredibly sensitive to temperature right now. So here's another off-road vehicle. It's like a sand buggy type thing. The other was like a 4x4. Open top was probably not the best choice for somewhere covered in snow, which is exactly why I chose it. So we'll do 3 laps on all of these because I don't want to do just one, and I can't stomach any more than 3. So the game is a little bit janky. I seem to have hit absolutely nothing at all, and it sent me right off. That guy's driving straight towards me like it's an F1 open lobby where they're all meant to be AI drivers. You know what, I'm going to talk about the F1 game. So people say, oh, it's the same game every year. The problem is, though, it isn't. I don't mean the problem with the criticism, I mean the criticism of the game. Yeah, the tracks and the cars don't change much year on me. It's the same with any sporting game. But how the cars handle is radically different. And, yeah, I've only... Okay, yes, I have hit a wall, but it's only partially because I'm an absolute window licker. Anyway, the handling of the cars is radically different each year. And that's not me justifying saying it's not the same game every year, because it's not a justification, that is the problem. You have to train the AI on how to drive the car. Thank goodness there's a reset button on this, by the way. Yeah, to train the AI on how to drive the car, and if it's radically different for what in heavens is going on over there? And one car on top of another. Any hoozle. The cars and trucks may be the same. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention, so I can't tell you whether that crash was my fault. I promise I will stop interrupting myself, but I mean, look at this. What is that? I've driven into nothing at all. It's like an invisible wall. I know games sometimes have to have invisible walls if your precious video game does not go on forever. I didn't expect it in the middle of the bloody track. And what's that? I'm suddenly climbing a mountain out of nowhere. It's like I'm trying to mate with something that's invisible. Although I will say, whoa, James Bond's Aston Martin. That Vanquish, that invisible one. Maybe that's what he's trying to mate with. This is the version of video you've seen of mine. And you're thinking, okay, he's mentioned that he's ill. Is this why he's talking absolute nonsense? Is he suffering from some kind of delirium? No, I'm just like this. Like and subscribe. I believe I was trying to talk about the Formula 1 game. I know people say it's the same game every year, but it isn't. And it's not me trying to justify it. I'm not a simp for Codemasters and EA. That is the problem with it. The cars may be the same, the tracks may be the same, but the cars have radically different handling every year. People act like it's just some silly arcade game. Or people act like it's the most serious, proper racing simulation game. Truth be told, it's neither. And how much it strays one way or the other is, quite variable. It's liable to change. I'd have hit something else invisible again. So the AI quite often sucks, especially near release, because they have to train the AI. Get a bunch of people in, have them do hot laps, like early access to help train the AI. Instead of going into turn 1, you have a massive dive bomb from out of nowhere that completely destroys you. It won't help the issues of the game, but it'll be funny. So I will blame the game and that there's invisible things to crash into that shouldn't be there for the fact I'm absolutely bumfuck last. Another invisible wall. Once again, climbing invisible mountains. I can't believe it, I've only managed to do one lap in all this time. So it counts the laps you've done rather than the lap that you are on, which I think is a bit daft. No, Formula 1, I mean, like in real life, they used to count down. You used to start like the last lap, and then the penultimate lap, then the anti-penultimate lap, and so on and so forth. Madness, utter madness. Yeah, I quite quickly got tired of that, so I choose the beach with them kind of sand buggy thing. Hopefully this will go better. But the AI cars don't seem to be managing so well. Okay, he just cut me off there. It keeps bouncing me and turning the car as a result. So I'm trying to go around the corner, and then the rear end gets flung outwards. So I'm just trying to steer right and left-hand bend. I swear all those guys got massively ahead when they reset. Well, I may not be winning, but at least I'm on the podium. Yeah, second place. Silver medal is better than no medal. Okay, that looked like my fault. I'll be honest. It looks like I just drove into the wall. Well, first place, it should just disappeared over the horizon. It's not Formula 1 between 2013 and 2020. It's just every race is about for, well, third, quite honestly. Lewis Hamilton disappear over the horizon. Nico Rosberg be shortly behind. Except in 2016 when he won the championship and retired. Then after that, it'd be Valtteri Bottas about 30 seconds down the road. And then every other car. But I suppose you can't win them all. Wow. Now, that crash, you got to admit, was not my fault. It was something invisible. Well, I've lost second place, but at least I'm still on the podium. Yeah, this race has definitely not gone as well as I'd hoped. But you got to focus on the positives. At least I'm third. And I'm not. See, look how much distance he gained by resetting. I didn't get that. Now I'm somehow second. Third. Somehow third. But back up. Oh. Well, it would have been back up to second if there was something invisible. And it resets me right on top of it. So I'm just buggered then. The popping of the textures is absurd. Well, I managed to do better in reverse. But I won't be doing that again. So, this is what I'm using for the volcano course. There's no better truck than a monster truck, especially with flames on the side and driving on a volcano. If you live in Indonesia, this is basically your morning commute. If you combine this with the snow, it's basically ice. And again, I've hit a random invisible fucking thing. It's just random invisible obstacles. This is not an especially well put together game. This is one of the tracks with the fewest weird lumps and bumps. Although look at the textures on the right, sort of melting away from the barrier. What is happening there? But this was my favourite track just because I'm a massive volcano nerd. Oh, I'm on two wheels. So, another track, this was called Mounting. I think they mean mountain, unless there's something that I am indeed going to mount, which wouldn't surprise me given the rest of the levels. And this on the Denim and Racing Stripe monster truck. I somehow managed to drive into the barrier. Not, I must admit, my smartest move. See, what I did there is go too far over onto the barrier, which then catapulted me into a wall. Don't know why those two are having such trouble going around the corner. Don't know why I'm having so much trouble going around that corner. Maybe I should try slowing down on some of the corners. I do seem to be hurtling in at enormous speed. They seem to be really struggling with the hairpin for whatever reason. To be fair, so do I. Probably more invisible obstacles. Okay, you tell me if he didn't reset further ahead than he was. Okay, that one might be my fault. If I get stuck on something, I reset, it drops me straight back onto it. Yeah, I'm just understeering all through there. It's riding me up on the barrier and launching me into the wall. But I'm still first. Well, that's Extreme Off-Road Racing done with, and I doubt I'll be coming back to it. Remember to like, to comment, subscribe. Oh god, what else is there? Check out the rest of the content. Yeah, I've got plenty more videos on the way. And check those out, and I will see you later.